everyone. Welcome to the business model presentation of our startup, The Circle, a place where all your words will be heard. I am Jay Satish and I am the CEO of our startup. My team includes Bhavita Muhailu as the Chief Financial Officer, joined by Jamuna Rani S, Goka Satish Kumar as the Technical Head, H. Jagadish in PR and Outreach, Gokul Suresh as the Chief Marketing Officer, joined by Ganesh Kumar Kevin in Marketing and HR Department. Now, what is the circle? Our startup, The Circle, is about an educational platform which aims to remove the boundaries between professionals in the field and students who want to get concise and precise answers to perfect their art by getting their problems resolved. Our idea is to help users where they only provide help while we give them a platform to interact. We want to create an environment where students, professionals, and industry experts interact with each other and help each other in learning, which could make a big difference in their professional lives. The aim is to create a culture for collaborative practice development. Now, what was the reason for our startup? The big success of Q&A sites like Quora and Geek for Geeks gained popularity for their wide database of questions and answers. However, a major drawback is that a person may not find exactly what they're looking for. This is because there are huge number of questions available and sometimes these can lead to unfiltered output and going through each one of them can be a tedious task. So what we are doing is proposing a filter based system which will make it more convenient and less time consuming for our audience to search for their desired answers. Our audience will get precise and concise answers from the industrial experts that are on our platform. We are providing a bi-directional source of information between a trained professional and any person that seeks to have their doubts cleared regarding any educational topic clarified. Users will be encouraged to participate in discussion threads in the platform to increase their account value, which can let them avail better services. So these are some of the perks of using our websites. Now, who are the target audience? The target audience includes students, college members, or these high school students, and any trained professional, be it faculty, professors, doctors, any industrial expert from any field of life.
Hello guys, my name is Goka Satish Kumar and I'm the technical head for this project. So coming to the responsibilities of the technical head, the first and foremost thing will be creating and publishing the website, and then next includes the maintaining the website frequently. So maintaining includes things such as error debugging, which might lead to the website crashes, and next one is making sure that the website is free from the hacker attacks. So for this thing, we have developed an algorithm which will detect the malware files that are sent by the users to the system in order to change the make any changes to the website and all the stuff. So the algorithm detects that type of malware attacks, and it will be it's sending a notification to the user that or the administrator, and the administrator can then take action accordingly. So on the next one is updating the website based on the survey report that is collected by the marketing team from the customers. So the survey report might also include the reviews that are available in the Play Store and all the stuff. And next is the keeping up with the current threats and updating the website interface accordingly. So this includes like the main reason for this thing is like we have already also include the website as not only as a question and answer platform, but we also added the profile page for the each user so that they can view what are the posts that are posted over the timeline and the likes that are obtained for the post and the views that are obtained and the comments that are for the each post accordingly. So yeah, and moving on, these are the website pages that are created by me. So the website page is a login and sign up page for the user, and home page, that is the dashboard, and about us page, and profile page, post page, notification page, and settings page. So this is a flowchart which explains the previous pages. So first is the login and sign up page. So first one, to register or to log into the users, like they should have the email ID and the password. And next is the homepage, like that is the dashboard which contains all the hot topics that are trending topics for the which are most searched in the website. And next is search for post. Like if you can't find the question that you're searching for in the dashboard, you can search for the question. And next one is the add new post. Like if you if you can't find the question that you have searched in the search bar, so in that case, like you can just create a new post with a title and a small description, so that the person who is answering can understand what your problem is and what is the problem that you're facing. And the last one is the user page that they can change it according to their preferences. And this is the website flowchart. So first is the website and the login and sign up page and the home page. So from home page you can access all these things and like the wanted question that you can search from the search bar and the comment section for each of the posts, and the search bar and the profile, user profile, and the complaint. If you have any complaints regarding the website, or if you have any complaint faced like when you are using the website, you can just contact us like from through your email. And last is the about us page. So I'll be showing you a prototype of our website. I'll be showing a prototype. So as you can see, this is a live website that we have created, and this is the dashboard for the website, and where you can see all the hot topics, like all the trending posts that are at the time, and which will be changed continuously, which will be refreshed like for 1 hour or something for the time. And as you can see, like each post has its own owner name over here, and the title and the small description about the title, and there'll individual likes and comments and views for each of the posts. Like, so the main basic idea of this website is like combination of both the social networking website and the question and answer platform. So it was designed in such a way so that it will be more interactive to the user, like as the users for the website will be the students and the professors that are teaching in the universities. So yeah, so if the user couldn't find the question that they're searching in this hot topics, they can search for the question from here. So for suppose let's take example of brand design. So yeah, if you search for the brand design, you can directly get it from the website. And there are certain cases where the user can't find the question that they're searching for. So in that case, what you can do is you can just go to the create post option, and you can create your own question where you can just add a title for your question that you want to search, and just a brief introduction so that the user that is answering the question can have an idea about this. And yeah, going to the dashboard, like, and one more unique thing for our website that is different from the existing websites are, it's a filtering system. Like as you can see, it is divided into the all the type of types and like genre that they belong to. And yeah, and one more thing is the profile page. So like he or she has his own profile page. They can have the followers or following, like it is just like a social networking site where they'll be having the followers and the following people they can follow. So yeah, this is a list of the posts that they have that the particular user have posted over the timeline, and with the likes and all the stuff. And they can also edit their profile from here, the name and the short description about themselves. So this is the profile page, and this is the setting page. So like setting page for the user, so where they can set the likes, comments, and follows, all the stuff. And about the final page is the about us page, that is a creators page. So it's just a brief description about the user, to the user about us. And if they have any complaints regarding the website and they find something uncomfortable to deal with, they can just mail us from here. And these are the Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn links from the creators. Yeah, that's all for my day.
Hello, I'm Gokul. I'm the marketing head for the startup, The Circle. So I'll be handling market analysis, market share, target market, and SWOT analysis for the product. So let's move on to the target market. So the main target market for our product is high school students, university students, professors, faculties, and industry experts. We mentioned an age group of 13 to 30, but we aren't limiting to this age group. In fact, I encourage anybody who has any query regarding any educational topic to visit our website, make an account, and ask your queries, which I assure you will get answered with the help of our newly developed technology, the filter and highly trained professionals and industry experts. Let's move on to the market share. So, as you know, this education industry is a quite challenging and competitive market. There are already two, three well-established players in it, which are Reddit, Quora, Stack Overflow. There used to be another website by the name of Yahoo Answers, but they've recently shut down their services. So, due to this highly competitive market, we feel like it is quite hard to break through in the initial stages. So, what we plan is to achieve breakthrough by the first quarter or even the first 6 months after the product launch. Since our main competitor Yahoo Answers has been shut down, we plan to tap into this user base which Yahoo has. If we play our cards right, we could easily attain a 15 million users in the first week, like per day in the first year itself. Yeah, so for our product, we plan four stages. That is stage one, which lasts for the first 6 months. Here we plan to achieve 50K hits for the website in each month for 6 months. Stage two is the 1 year period where we hope to get 100K hits per day. Stage 3, we move on to 1.5 years. Here we hope to hit a daily user number of 1 million users, be both active and inactive. Stage 4 for the product is a total of 100 million users worldwide, which is the aim. Let's move on to how we promote a product and how we reach the customer. I've mentioned four techniques over here, with the first one being tie-ups with the university. So by tie-ups with the university, I mean collaborating with the university authorities to promote a product in the campuses. So as you all know, it is an education-based platform, so students are a main market, and promoting will only help us gain more users. Next, we move on to search engine optimization. This is a newly developed AI-based marketing where it use search engine optimization techniques to provide more hits for our website. Like when you search for something regarding any education topic, in the results, in the Google Bing results, our product, that is the website for the circle, will come up in the first 10 search results. Next, we move on to email marketing. Email marketing, it mentions newsletters and stuff which we plan to send to our customers to keep them engaged and to let them know about what's coming in the next month and what kind of activities they can look forward to. It will also include any security updates, any updates regarding their accounts, everything happening on the website. Next, we move on to events and activities. So here I mentioned like we plan special monthly and weekly events on the website wherein users can interact within each other and do the events and stuff and have incentive from that. Next is word of mouth publicity. Here, what we plan to do is we will publicize the product by word of mouth through the current users and employees. Next is collaborations with influencers. As you all know, there are quite a lot of people on Instagram, YouTube with a large follower base. So what we plan to do is we'll go to these guys for their helps, um, and we'll ask them to publish. Yeah, we'll ask them to publicize the product among their user base, like, and we'll provide them with incentive like vouchers, any help they need which we can provide. Next, we'll move on to SWOT analysis. Okay, so let's move on to the SWOT analysis part of the product. So as you can see, I've listed out the main strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats for our product. One of the main strengths for us is that the website acts as a site or a place for people with different ideas, expectations, interests, etc. to come and put forward their views on anything and everything. Plus, it also acts as a platform for budding writers to express their views, their talents, where they are best recognized and encouraged. I'll move on to the weaknesses for us. One of the main weaknesses that I've seen is that our workforce isn't much experienced in how to run a startup. Since it's a student-based startup, the experience regarding the functioning of a startup, etc., is a bit less for us. Yeah, so that's one of the main issues that I found out. Plus, there are other websites which are much more well set into the market that people find it a bit hesitant to switch to our product. Now, for the opportunities part, there as you can see, like every day technology is improving. So this is a way for us to improve our website and cater to the needs of the customers. Plus, it's a increasing market base as in more and more students take up entrance coaching at university, etc. every year. So this is a huge opportunity for us to expand our growth. Now for the threats part. So one of the main threats I found out is the emergence of new competitors. Like since you all know it's an education setup, so there'll always be new competitors with their own take and innovations on the customary Q&A platforms. So that is one main threat I found out. Also, there exist cases where people can copy our featured item, that is the filter system. So we have to tackle these issues and play around so as to not get run over by the new competitors. So that's it from me for SWOT analysis part. I let the other marketing head handle the rest of the stuff. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Ganesh Kumar, CMO and HR of The Circle. I'll be handling market and competitive analysis as well as sales communication. For first phase, our main priority is to come up with an MVP. Marketing department plays a major role in the market research analysis as well as in the MVP launch. When you're in the market, when you're setting up a startup, if it needs to be successful, we really need to know about the competition. These are our four competitors. Yahoo Answers, fortunately for us, Yahoo Answers have closed its services on May 4th. So there is this vacant space left by Yahoo Answers which the Circle can acquire. Next is ViloApp.com. It's the only Indian-based Q&A web application. But the web service is not exclusive enough, and the recent reports says that they are switching to Android or iOS-based application. Third one is Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is exclusively a programming-based application. Top of the hill, it's Quora. So we did a comprehensive analysis of Quora. This is the traffic overview of Quora. On the left side, you can see the engagements and the total number of visitors and the pages per visit. On the right, you can see the country-based activity. So based on the user activity, as and we are targeting Indian market at first, you can see a steady 11% dip. It is due to two reasons. One, in future, Quora can become a computer science or a programming based application based on how many programming questions getting flooded on the site, as well as it can become a news and media based application. So how are we going to launch our MVP? If it's US or UK, they have this concept of focus groups, which is not seen in India. But through the University Students Club, we'll be launching the MVP. The student clubs will act as a mini focus group. We'll do the test run of the web service as it is primarily focuses for the benefit of students. So their feedback will be gold to us. So process flow. Once we launch, there's a process flow which we are going to follow. So I'll handle the sales communication. I'll maintain a direct indirect communication channel between the customers. This customer feedbacks are important for creating a stronger relations and also in reshaping the business. Then the marketing department, both the CMOs will sit together, will process the collected feedbacks. Once we put that in a proper data form, we'll analyze the data. Then we'll have a QA meeting with the whole department head, and we'll discuss what are the tips, what are the things to be changed in the website, what should be improved. These all tips will be shared, especially with the technical head, to enhance the service development, also to improve the user interface. So the feedback will be collected based on this grouping. It is based on two criteria. One, a student who asked the questions, and also it's based on the online activity. Now comes to HR, no staffing is planned for phase one. We'll focus on the performance assessment and the review. Make sure that no time is wasted. Make sure productivity is on the highest side, and also make sure there exists a camaraderie between department heads. We'll be only employing new employees when the company proceeds to phase two, since the cost of labor for the current state will be zero. That's my part. Thank you.
Hi there, I am the peer outreach for our startup. First of all, introduction. Who is peer and why we need to outreach our product? Peer outreach is a process or a job of fund source collection where we have to pitch our product to some influencer, journalist, blogger to getting some coverage, brand mentions, and exposure for our business and startup. Why we need to outreach our product? With outreach, we grow revenue faster and more predictably. Sales reps get the insights and the recommendation actions to close deals quickly and effectively. At the core of outreach is a successful sequence to get our product to the customers. PR funding sources. Why PR are going to collect some funding sources? Because PR have some relationship with the real public, so they can use some funding sources as they can be a part of our startup. Being a PR, my major seven funding sources are first major or regular donor. It's a kind of bootstrapping. Like we can ask some fund within our family, friends, like that. Alumni. Alumni are those who just passed out from our college. So we can ask them like this our startup idea, and if they know our strength and weakness, they would like to help us with this some fund. And crowdfunding is we ask the crowd to fund if they like our startup, but we need to use some intermediate or crowdfunding website, so we can use some commission fees to them. And university funding is like a business incubator. If our own university college is like our startup, they will help us to reach some venture capitalists who can fund us directly. And business loan for students, of course business loan for student is very uh, eligible, and it can be with some less paperwork. And student loan apps like SlicePay, CrazyPay, it's used to give some money for student expenditure. And last finally the post funding sources is like after we successfully launched our host our website, we can get some revenue from ad publisher or a special membership from the user. And next, we're going for PR outreach goals and strategy. What are the goals being a PR? The main goal is also to determine the audience, what they need to reach, and the way you can reach them. Like our business gets mentioned there, and we get backlink from high authority sites or blogs, get featured as a guest on industry specific podcast also, and we mentioning our thoughts about the startup. And we get to publish our own guest post in popular publication on social media sites. Here we go for social media outreach. Yeah, social media is very main perspective in our day-to-day life. As we from age group of 8 to 80, all are using social media. Since the updating the account is as simple as buying candy in stores. As from the reference of kubuko.com, these are the popular social media apps for strategy in PR in 2021. But before going for content or topics in some influencer social media account, we have to know what is the role of social media in public relation, and how can we use it in achieve our goals, and where is our ideal audience located, and how will our content speak resonate with them. By thinking about these criteria, being a PR outreach, I outreach our product via Instagram to VAT Spot. As mainly our circle service website is dedicated for our own college VAT. So VAT Spots is the number one Instagram media which has 16k followers, so it will be easily outreach our product to each and every student. So as the story reporting says that first we just ask them to give some help and shout out, and finally they started to outreach our circle by some story or post. Other hand, after a successful social media outreach, the being a peer are going to outreach our product by pitch and infographic. Infographic is a small summary about our startup to some popular blogger or journalist. Uh, like like I said, I just being a peer, I mentioned here the email to pitch an infographic about our service circle and ask them to publish an article about our product, so the people who visit to their sites, they can see and the how in this way how our product gets outreached. And finally the sustainability for our product. First of all, our product is a website service platform or a Q&A site for the students as well as for faculties. First of all, we have some membership system where the customer has to pay a small amount and get extra feature. It's a competitive advantage for us. We produce less amount for a subscription comparing to other competitors. Secondly, we programmed a filter-based system so that the students can get a desired answers after search some questions. And since the services depended on our own college, our system always useful for them in many ways, like asking questions regarding hostels, new courses, and faculty infos, etc. And to stay in the business, we need to provide some update from time to time so that we can provide something new to our customer or targeted audience.
Hello everyone, I am the Chief Finance Officer in our company. Here, We can see the roles and responsibilities. Mainly I'm focusing with creating the budget, then finance control, break-even analysis, and risk analysis. In our company, for the initial amount of budget to start up our company, here is the 5,49,200. Here I'm listed about the variable costs that are involved in our startup, like fixed cost, variable cost, then current assets, current liabilities, then equity liabilities are there. Then here we can see the sum of fixed costs, or we are using our startup like equipment, website, internet plan, website hosting, computer software, then marketing ads, then web designing, then web domain cost. Totally we get totally around 2,24,700 is the fixed cost in our startup. The variable cost is the running cost. Here some of the variable costs are there: electricity charges, website maintenance, then server rent, then accumulated depreciation, then amortized software. And around 37,000 is coming the variable costs. Current assets, here current assets coming around 2,07,000. Current liabilities, in our total budgets, these are the segment for the particular part. For the current liabilities is coming around 30,500. I'm adding the financial balance sheet for the first 1 year. Here we can see for the income, adding the market and ads, then users using the website. From that we can getting the income for our side, and also some of the costs are to spend for the outgoing cashes, or cash outgoing things are listed below. Here we can get the in this figure we can know the how much amount are spent for the first for the particular month. Particularly for the cash outgoing, we can easily see from that the marketing ads and revenue we getting the cash incoming. Then some of various costs are involved in the cash outgoing, is to give the cash outgoing going. Then profit difference between the cash incoming and cash outgoing, we get the profit. Then losses, from the total budget we the profit we getting the loss. Here I made the report analysis for first 12 months. We can easily see that the revenue is become more because of using our website, users using our website, so that we can getting profit. We can see the profit for the first 7 months is below. After the 7 months we getting more profit from this website. Profit versus losses, here we I made the analysis for first 5 years. For first 5 years, we getting more profit using this website. Finance control. In finance control, cash flow maintenance is very important, because how much amount are going, how much amount are incoming. These are the things very important for the any startup. In our startup, here the cash inflow and cash outflow is very crucial, because cash inflow is very high comparing with the cash outflow. Resource management, in our website all of the resources are available to build the website, like domain name, website hosting, then WordPress. These are the things are open free, so easily we can get that and to launch our website. Then profitability, through the marketing and ads we can get more profit profit for our revenue. Break-even analysis, here I made the break-even analysis for calculating the break-even point. In that point, over these points we getting profit from our website. Here I'm adding the for first 18 months calculation, so that for the first 12 months we getting losses only. After the 6 months we getting more profit from this website. I made the break-even analysis for first 4 months. For we can see is the profit is very effective, and we can get easily comparing with the break-even points. Then risk analysis, in our website is all timely compliance with the changing policies of our government, then less user the less user base, so that we are using filter based system accordingly. More number of users are invited to use the website. Litigation risks is the medium because of any situation. If there is our platform have maintenance purpose, so that user not affected for this case, so we using the strategy passion and IP verification before public with the startup. Thank you.
Hello, I am Habitam Hailu. I'm Chief Finance Officer of our team for the startup. As a Chief Finance Officer, I will plan and organize the finances that is required for the startup and to manage various costs and prices of the startup. Then the next one is the financial objectives and goals of our startup. And the main objective of our startup is to plan and identify the successful financial sources and revenue sources for the startup, and to launch find a crowdfunding for the startup. And the next one is to increase net revenue through service of online courses. And the third one is to generate revenue from advertisement on a website, and then after that launching the application on Google Play Store. And the next one is revenue model or monetization. In our startup, the Circle, we have planned that the initial investment of our startup to be 1,250,000 rupees. And from this, we have contributed as a members, each of us contributed around 1 lakhs, and that total summed up as 700,000 rupees. And the next one is finance sources. For our startup, the main finance sources are bootstrapping or self-funding, crowdfunding, angel investor, governmental grants, competitions, and others also there. And from bootstrapping or self-funding, we have invested from our own fund, and it's around 7 lakhs. And from crowdfunding, it is around 2 lakhs. And total funding that we got is around 1,250,000 rupees. And when we come to revenue generation, there are 3 methods that we have planned to generate revenue from our startup. And the first one is through the ads revenue. We will develop website, and website we will upload the ads and generate revenue from them, and from Google Play Store. And then the third one is service online courses. And this is the startup cost. Is the main cost is that required to start our business is computer software, web development, maintenance, operation, and this all costs. And total startup cost will be 4,10,000 rupees. And this financial balance sheet, we have planned this financial balance sheet for 1 year, and our total asset in first month is around 1,081,000 rupees, and in the last months of the year it is doubled, it is around 2,060,000. And the next one is sales forecast. This is the forecasting of the sale, and in the last month of the year we got 71,280 profitability from the revenue. And the last one is that sales forecast. The effective planning of the price is useful for the sustainable growth of the startup, and we have planned a good pricing. And considering that our competitors like Quora, Stack Overflow, and Yahoo Answers, we will give the access to users that they can access easily and flexibly. And this is all about my part. Thank you.